Welcome to the Christian-based, returning home veteran that is totally against abortion and gay marriage of any kind, with a right-wing extremist view of the news behind the news. I am your host Sloppy Joe, G.I. Joe's right-wing extremist cousin, the right-wing extremist with the real news behind the news. It appears as though a missile or meteor has hit Texas fertilizer plant. Meanwhile in Boston we have a bunch of Allah-infested bombers running around blowing people's body parts off. It appears as though they have captured one of the bombers and rendered the other one completely useless. Again I say it appears as though they, as in the FBI, CIA, DHS, NSA, Boston PD, the DEA, the ATF, the Marines, the Army, the Air Force, the National Guard, one naval officer just for a show, the entire US-controlled media, a couple of Blackhawks, the Massachusetts State Police, every law enforcement officer from the entire East Coast they could scrape up who wasn't doing anything particularly constructive at the time. Chucky Hagel, John Brennan, who recently converted to Muslim and newly heads the CIA, and anyone and everyone who isn't considered a right-wing extremist. Again it appears as though they have captured him. In reality the general public did all the work. The general public took the hits of shrapnel and debris. The general public gave up their life either permanently or for a few days. They gave literally arms and legs for the cause. The general public took the videos and photos. The general public then gave the video and photos to the governmental toolboxes. The governmental toolboxes then turned around and asked the general public to find them and report to them. On both accounts the general public found them. The real heroes are the general public. Meanwhile, not only did the state of Massachusetts lose money, they spent ridiculous amounts of money in the process for what one guy in the general public could have done for free. Yet people are jumping up and down in the streets congratulating these paid governmental toolboxes and calling them heroes when the general public did all the work. The governmental toolboxes got thanked by the public for locking practically the entire state of Massachusetts down. The term used was lockdown. We are now using the new term lockdown. We are no longer using the old term martial law in an effort to improve the general public's view of the Muslim-owned and operated U.S. governmental liberal team and their agenda. Meanwhile the sheeple willingly listened and followed instructions, turning in their weapons, locked their doors, rewarded these clowns with free roam and donuts and called them heroes. Last I remember, a hero doesn't get paid and trained to do any of the stuff these clowns get paid and trained to do. Meanwhile thousands of governmental toolboxes expunged at least 500 rounds of bullets on two guys, all of which only one of them went down. They lost the other guy on foot, which is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard of in light of the fact all those helicopters were there and the thousands of law enforcement agents involved. Let's get back to the approximately 500 bullets fired over the course of this manhunt. It required thousands of police and special agents and agencies and at least 500 bullets to take these two guys down. But the general public is not allowed to own a gun with more than 7 bullets in it. If it took 500 rounds by thousands of trained people to take down two guys, it would stand to reason Grandma is gonna need more than 7 bullets and a shotgun on her back porch to take two guys down. I rest my case there. Sloppy Joe, G.I. Joe's right-wing extremist cousin, bringing you the real news behind the news. God bless.